Well, if your love life stinks, one man says he has the solution. He's been called America's #1 pickup artist, and he's ready to teach others his secret. Joining us this morning is columnist and dating advisor Adam Lyons. Adam, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you know, the words pickup artist, it has kind of a negative connotation.
Yeah, it does. I think it's one of those things that it's slowly been evolving now, but it definitely was typically associated with guys that go out and just attempt to sort of like pick up girls and try and date them and seduce women. But I think now it's almost developed into kind of like a male self-help movement. Your average guy can't really turn around to his friends and actually admit that he's having a problem with girls. The advice you tend to get in most magazines tends to be centered around how to get a threesome and how to do all these other crazy things that your average guy who's just struggling, learning how to meet somebody, maybe wants to get married or find a girlfriend, he doesn't really have anywhere else to turn. So that's where we come in.
Now, what's your philosophy when it comes to the rules of attraction?
It's pretty much simply based on this. One of the prime things I think that everybody knows is when you're in a relationship, it's so much easier to meet somebody else. And they've actually done studies on this that have actually reinforced this fact and proven that any time that a guy is actually with somebody, it's already so much easier for him to find others. So my key philosophy is teaching guys how to make friends with girls. And then when you've got a big group of female friends, it's so much easier to meet other girls.
Now, you travel around the country doing different seminars for guys who may be having a problem getting dates. You're doing one here in Austin, and it's sort of like a 3-day boot camp.
That's exactly it. So we're right in the middle of it right now, actually. We start Friday afternoon, and we go through the entire weekend. We have a whole bunch of post-ups on KVUE where the guys can come and sign up, and it's pretty hectic. We've got 20 guys this weekend. So, yeah. Now,
what are some of the lines or techniques that these guys are going to learn?
Well, that's one of the beautiful things about what we teach is there's no real lines or anything sort of like behind it. There's nothing structured. The idea is really just teaching people the psychology of what triggers attraction. Rather than spending your time trying to impress somebody and telling them how great you are, you kind of spend more time getting to know them and actually respond to the information that you're given.
And of course, these tips can work not just for guys, but for women too.
Oh, completely. Everything works both ways for both of the sexes.
Now, you have actually given up the pickup artist lifestyle.
I have, yeah. I've been sort of dating a girl for a few years, and then last year finally decided to tie the knot. I think this is one of the big things that people misunderstand about pickup artists. We really aren't, the majority of us aren't out there just trying to find as many girls as possible. Most of us are trying to get as much experience before we learn how to meet the one, and thankfully I tied the knot last year.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I know that's a huge life change.
Oh, massive, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And of course, we decided to settle here in Austin as well. So
wonderful. Austin is glad to have you.
Perfect,
now,
thank you.
One last tip. What's the main thing you would tell guys?
I think the biggest thing is everyone will tell you the real key to meeting women is confidence. I'm going to go against that. I actually say that's not the real tip. The thing is, you see these guys that are overly confident, they're trying to prove how great they are. That doesn't really work. I think the real key is approach. Actually take the time to go up to somebody that you think looks cute, and rather than going up there and being like, hey, I'm the man, and saying how great you are, or being nervous, just go, hi, I'd like to introduce myself, say hello, and I think you're often going to find you get a very warm response.